taking on the ninth-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster.
Brings him to the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Looking for room. It's Overton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. An offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Hart. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Wide open downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
To the air on first down. Completes it in the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Wants to throw again. Finds a man on the way. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Aggies. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll
defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch down the right side. Off to the races. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Hart. He fires one deep down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Back to pass, it's Hart. Looking to get it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to keep it in the air. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on the goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fit it in the window for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is in time.
There he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sampson. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Overton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Fires complete on the crosser. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Overton. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking for a crease. It's Overton. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Wyoming. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, Phyllis.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Inside, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, USC.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Bringing the heat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
To the air on second down. It's complete on the right side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Here's the heat. Ball is out behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. They'll send the back in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25-in stride. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point was good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's going to bring this one out. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you can be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Corner's going to give them room. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Overton. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
With the catch, it's Overton. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Overton. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, USC.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the end zone. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Going right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Scanning the field, it's Hart. A strike downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Let's send the tight end in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Armstrong. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Aggies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Hart. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Wyoming. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit when you got that kind of pedigree. You always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Wants to go up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Hart. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, Well, how about that play? Curl route. And the receiver, as soon as he turned around against zone coverage, the ball was right on him, so he's able to catch it and go get the first.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Caught close to the marker. It's Armstrong. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Armstrong. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Hart. Quick completion on the out. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And I just love how tight ends are used nowadays. They don't just line him up on the line anymore and say, go play ball. Move him all over the field. He can catch the football. He's a matchup nightmare. Continue to exploit him. Continue to move him around. That's why that dude has over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Wants to pass. Big fella moving. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Overton. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Rush is on him. on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play call.
He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late, you're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown Trojans! They move on top here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Charlotte ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Overton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man. All down with the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
And the Trojans are on the move. Lost to throw again. Just gets rid of it before the heat. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in. It's Overton. On the move at the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
This is just unreal. I mean, just continues to stack up numbers now. Almost to 500 yards on the day. Most people can't do that on air. He has been hitting his wide receivers left and right, putting up huge yards.
Looking for room. It's Overton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snags it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Trojans! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Hart. Bottle little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Gets the back moving. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He wants a big play here late. Brings it in down the left side. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into.
Inside the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Timeout called by the defense. 27 seconds to go. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two.